guys, and welcome to another episode of Girl Talk with Moymo, where we dissect different issues that affect women's lives in general. I am your host, Fadikemi Adesunloye. You can call me Moymo, Big Mo, Mo Money, literally anything. I know my hair looks weird, like it's looking different this time, but it's a vibe. Don't worry, don't worry. I am joined by two of my amazing friends. I have the literal it girl here with me, a content creator, and on my other left, I have, this business guru, entrepreneur, creative director. Like, please help me give a warm welcome to Shewa the Door and Emmanuel Umbamali. I just want to be imagining the applause. Like,
you better be up.
yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming. Like, I'm so gassed to have you guys here. Like, even with all the drama behind the scenes. Yeah.
I have to start by saying that your hair looks nice.
Thank you. I know you copied my steez.
Yeah,
like, Iman literally went to that today.
I've been out there trying to copy more. You're a trendsetter, man. Look at
Yeah. It's fire. Sorry, Shewa. Ice Spice. I mean, anyway, let's just get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about toxic relationships. And, I mean, I am personally, I can attest that I have been through a toxic relationship before. And, it's really like straining and draining to be in one. I'd just like to throw the question, like, have you guys ever been in any toxic relationships?
You want to go first?
See, I'm calculating in my mind. I'm trying to analyze all the situationships and relationships I've been in, which is only 2. And no, I have not. But, like, if I'm saying no, does that mean I'm the toxic key? Like, the toxic cunt?
I feel like the first place to start is, like, what is a toxic relationship,
That's a good place to start.
For me, I could easily say I've been in a toxic relationship, but then that would be relative to, like, my significant other, right? So I feel like a toxic relationship, like, to a great extent, is a function of what you define toxic as, right? So for me, in a relationship, I like communication, right? So if you withhold that from me, I feel like you're being toxic.
You know what?
That means
what you're
I
saying.
might be toxic.
I think, no, like, the thing is, it's actually crazy how you could be living your own life and somebody will call you toxic because it's not up to their standards.
Nah.
Like,
I feel like
it's basically what you perceive, right? Isn't that crazy?
Nah, chill.
But like in a relationship, you're supposed to please your partner.
Yeah.
So like
but,
you
like
need
some
to
people withhold that information from you. Like, how many times did you warn her about communication? You had an ego first, right? Let's be realistic.
Well, so
as Nigerian men.
Are we using my relationship?
Are we dissecting him out here?
Exactly.
I'm using you as an example.
If we're using my relationship as like a point of contact, then that's fine, right? So for me,
did you warn her that, hey, I like communication?
First, I think you start by what kind of person am I? What kind of person is she, right? So understanding your partners is like primary in like getting a functional relationship you have. So I'm an emotional guy. Right?
Same. I'm an emotional
I don't
guy.
look like it, but like I'm a really
so
emotional guy. Yeah, so I'm the type of person that likes to be vulnerable, right?
Same.
One woman kind of guy. I feel like I like narrow focus, right? So if I'm with you, I'm with you. Yeah, channel vision. Like I'm with you for the long run. I'm trying to like build with you. I'm trying to like make money with you. Trying to be productive with you. And like the way I try to do that is I try to be very vulnerable. Like, yo, this is exactly how I am, right? Like, I'm not trying to be promiscuous.
But wait, sorry. Do you think Nigerian women take advantage of you being vulnerable? Do you find that, like, you're being a Nigerian
women don't give a fuck about your emotions.
Wait, no.
Look,
As
Nigerian women do
I'm
not
going to
give
talk
a
for
fuck.
all
An
the lover
understanding
girls out there.
girlfriend. I don't think a Nigerian woman will actually care. I'm not talking from my perspective. I'm talking about, like, just learning about other people's personalities. I'm learning that a lot of Nigerian women who are established in life are not very understanding.
What do you mean by established in life? Like, what's your metrics for establishment?
Okay, so, like, people who are more exposed, like, on social media a lot, stuff like that. Not even talking about established in terms of, like, success stuff. Just people who are exposed to, like, sugar daddies, exposed to, like, just ballers, Yahoo boys.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's
they don't want to be understanding.
That's where we have
they want to see the results.
That's where we have to start from. Look,
the exposure.
Back in the early 2000s, like
there wasn't much TikTok.
Look at the early 90s where our parents grew up.
No
like the reason why our parents lasted.
You had to be understanding because you didn't know any other reality.
No. Listen, they lasted that long.
I don't think
they had
so.
To be understanding.
There were material girls back then.
Yeah, of course. Were material girls, but they saw their friends do materialistic shit. Your life is based on the things that you have around you.
If you don't have that,
exactly,
I get you.
Exactly. If you don't have that shit around you, you have to be understanding by force.
But is the question? Is the question now not? Is that not fucking up our society right now?
Yeah, I 100% agree. Social media is fucking up our society.
Not social media. Like, I don't think social media is a problem. Media. I think it's this undying desire to want things that are not achievable at the time.
They're achievable until you see on social media.
Okay, so let me actually bring the tangent back to our topic. I feel like you guys are going off tangent. I'm just like, wait, I thought we were talking about like, how do you feel vulnerable?
Cheryl is out here trying to make it look like social media is the reason why girls these days, like especially
are not understanding. 100%.
Not understanding, are being unrealistic and like not feasible. That's why
niggas
are out here trying to do who are out there trying to like scam people so that they can please females so that they could be in like productive relationships. Bro, a nigga that is hardworking, a nigga that is out there trying to make his money. Like me, I work like 5 jobs, right? Fucking on my feet every day, trying to make my bread. I make like $5,000 a month. And that's not enough to afford a girlfriend in Lagos. On God. Why? Because
it's the kind of girls you're going for.
Nah, it's nothing about the kind of... Wait, yo, chill. What kind of girls... Okay, let you, Moymo, let me throw the question at you, right? At your age right now, you're doing your thing, you're out here like trying to make your moves with girl talk, inviting guests, building your career and stuff. What kind of guy are you looking for? Oh yeah, you don't have guests that straight out questions to you, no? No, but like these girls talk like, as a girl, what kind of girls are you looking for? Because then that defines the kind of guys.
Wisely.
Yeah, because
what kind of guys am I looking for?
Yeah, what kind of guys are you looking for right now?
Okay, like if I would, like I don't know, because I would say that I'm not looking for anything.
What kind of guys are you attracted to?
I want to be found.
Okay,
what?
I like that
answer. Like I want to be found. I want to be the person that somebody is looking for. Like I'm done looking. Like
no.
Because I've realized like there's literally if you're looking, that's when you like end up in something that you'll be like, how did I even get into this abusive or toxic relationship? Because you will settle for less.
I understand
because you're looking.
It makes sense. That's what my parents taught me.
Break it down, show up.
Listen,
How does it make sense?
So my parents taught me that if you're doing well in life, the right person will find you.
Okay,
so do you understand?
Define doing well in life as a girl.
So, doing well in life means you're on your shit, you have your money coming in, you're looking good, you're drinking water, you're minding your own business.
Okay, cool.
Your skin is glowing.
Okay, so but the topic now is right, like relationships, right?
Yeah, so
you're doing
toxic relationships.
I mean, let's even define what like a proper relationship would be. So the deviation from that would be a toxic relationship, yeah? Okay. So now you're doing well in life, you have your shit going, you're being productive. What kind of guy do you feel would be most, would you say, what's the word I'm looking for? Attachable to you or attachable to your life? Compatible, that's the word. Compatible. Both of you, like that's what I'm trying to question because I'm going somewhere with that.
Sure, I'll let you have this one.
I'm going somewhere with that. Yeah, tell me that.
Okay, so you're asking right now, like, who would be compatible with me? My dream guy. What's my dream guy like in a good relationship? That's not a toxic relationship.
The question is, in a world where you're your dream girl, like you're in your shit, you're making your own money, what kind of guy are you looking for?
I'm not looking, but I want to be found by the right guy. And the right guy to me, as my parents defined to me, is the guy who holds me like an egg. Do you understand?
Define holds you like an egg. Throws you money every now and then.
Aside from money, come on,
everything
is not about money.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to be that guy. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Listen.
Let's sit out here and act like girls.
Let me finish.
Pretty girls like you all now. Don't be looking for niggas that throwing them 50 million naira just like that.
Listen, everybody who comes to me has money, so that's not even a requirement. So as I was saying, my parents, right? They said that look for a guy who treats you like an egg.
That's if you don't have money, you don't even come to her. That's like straight up. Like that's the statement is right there. Everybody that comes to me.
No, but like,
that's a really prerequisite, by the way. Just so you know, I'm putting out that there because
you're saying that I didn't say that, but listen, my parents said make sure you find a guy who treats you like an egg. My parents treat me like a big egg. Like, they're strict AF. They don't let me do certain things, and that's because, like, you know, they love me. So I want to find somebody who protects me, protects my emotions, protects who I am.
Like, looks out for
exactly.
you.
Make sure,
how like can I make your life better?
Exactly.
Like, do you understand?
Exactly. And that's all I get right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I've not gotten
You know what? I'm not saying that a guy shouldn't treat you like an egg and all of that, right?
Do you know what treating like an egg looks like?
What does treating like an egg look like?
It means that, like, they're basically bubble wrapping your emotions. Do you understand? So, like, if you're feeling sad, they know why you're sad because you're an egg. Like, you can kind of predict an egg. You put it on the fire, it fries. You put it in the microwave, it cooks. If you drop it, it cracks, right? So you don't do things that will make it crack because you can already predict what will make an egg crack. So you want to keep it as fragile.
I feel
as
like
possible.
even like a lot of guys, like when they are being toxic, like they know they are being toxic. So a way that I feel like we can easily identify like what a toxic relationship looks like, I would like you to tell me, Emma, like when you were in a toxic relationship, what did that look like to you?
Okay, so constantly not being able to express myself, right? So I felt like I was put in this cage where if you talk, you're being too emotional, right? So my significant other was someone that liked alpha males, right? Which I feel every female likes. And I don't have like, I feel like I can be an alpha male. I am an alpha male in a certain sense, right? But then being in an emotional space entails you being vulnerable, right? And when you're vulnerable, you automatically become weak. And that's like the enigma that I don't understand with females. Like, oh yeah, we want you to be vulnerable, we want you to be communicative. But maybe I can't speak for females in general. I'll just speak relative to what I was in. But then it became toxic for me when I felt like I was caged in and I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak out. I couldn't speak up about my emotions because I felt like it was not going to be met with the right response. Because it constantly was met with the wrong responses.
You're being too sensitive.
Exactly.
Why do you feel this way?
Exactly.
I hear this a lot about.
I feel like women say they want their men to be vulnerable, but like they don't actually like mean it. Like, because if
do you know what it is? I think women want to know what's going on, but they don't want to know how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Like, let me in, but don't let me in too much. Like, I don't need to
know that, like,
see you upset.
Crying.
No.
But let me know what's going on.
Do you know
like,
what I
let me
think?
know you lost your job, but don't let me know that
don't
you're crying.
Let me know. Yeah.
So you know what I feel like is the real problem. I think human beings, like me and you, like I don't think we've worked on ourselves enough to know what we want. Because if you know, okay, look, you know what you want, right? And that's why maybe.
But is what you want what you need?
Yes.
That's a good question.
Because
but
I
then
pray about it.
Well, okay, wait,
then
shower.
I just wait for things to happen, and I see that things are beautiful.
No, sweetheart, what I'm saying is like, okay, what you want, right? You know exactly what you want. And maybe that's why in your case, you're able to be productively communicative with your partner. But then
100%.
A lot of
people
times
don't know what they want. They are just upset because they don't know what they want.
Socrates literally said, "Know who you are, man. Know thyself." Like that's like
a lot of
the
people don't know
basis
who they are.
Exactly.
Like, so they can't even know what they want or what they need.
That's what's a banger. Know
and then
thyself.
you go and entangle yourself with another person, and you know being in an emotional entanglement with someone else is like
a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time for me.
It's
I feel like it's
energy.
Well, it depends. If you're in a productive relationship, look, that shit can be beautiful. I made the most money I've ever made when I was in something productive. I can't lie.
Was it an entanglement or was it a productivity?
I mean, your friendship can be an entanglement. Like, it depends on how you define it. Like, we just be the ones trying to, like, look, if I'm feeling you, you're feeling me.
Where's that person now?
The person
Who's that person to you now?
I don't be keeping toxic relationships. So
so it's toxic.
It was toxic. It got toxic to me, so I had to,
So is the money important?
What?
That money you made while you're in that relationship was important.
Of course, what is money not important to anybody? Of course, it was important. That's why I was in the relationship in the first place. It was productive. Then it got toxic. Exactly. That's my point. And like, it could have been, like, we could have mitigated the whole toxicity if we were more vocal, like if we were more communicative, like that's what I'm saying.
You know, I like that you said we just now, because I was going to ask you, like, you know, because it's very easy for us to keep pointing the finger, like, you are the toxic one, you are the one that's not letting me speak up, you are the one. But like, we are actually never like, okay, what did I do? How was I toxic?
Oh, introspective reasoning is something I'm always happy to do first, right? I know exactly sometimes, like, okay, so I'll give an instance since nobody's ever going to know who this person is. Yeah, like you're never gonna know. You're never gonna know. Mine's is private as fuck. So for me, where I messed up was she's not somebody that likes to, you know, express herself a lot, and she said it to me a lot of times, right? But then she's told me before that, look, it's you, you know, and no matter how secure you are in yourself as a male, which I feel like that's obviously something I also realized I needed to work more on, which is my own personal security. But like I said, no matter how secure you are as a male, words of affirmation is always something that no matter how much we claim we don't need as men, we always do. Women, bro, like men will always out there be doing that hard guy shit. Fuck that thing. They want to know that you love them. They want to hear I miss you. They want to hear I need you. They want to hear I love you. They want to hear you're special. Do you understand? Like, bro, those are all the shit. Those are like all the things I only wanted to hear to know that I was good.
Yeah, well, those are the things that you wanted. I feel like there's some men that like they don't care.
Right, that's cap.
About words of affirmation.
That's cap.
Everybody has their love language.
Yeah,
everybody has
like,
what they want from a relationship.
Okay.
From their girl.
So I actually seen a video on TikTok about basically men talking about words that they needed to hear, but they don't tell their women. And it was like, oh, I need you. I feel safe around you. I miss you. You're so handsome. You look so good today. Like there was 15 of them, and I saved them.
Bro.
So I
but
could
like
just
to me,
tell
these
my
things
man
come
that.
so naturally. Like I can't imagine not saying those things.
Because
maybe
you
that's
have
me.
home training.
But that's because
No, but that's I feel like
from.
everybody has their own toxic like traits. Like I can say that words of affirmation, I'm there. But like I can come and still say that okay, my toxic trait is like if like I used to have like that same problem that you're saying that she couldn't like express her emotions. Like I'm the kind of person that if something is wrong, like I would rather just clamp up and not say anything.
But that's something we need to learn on. I mean, that's the whole purpose of like having
And
conversations
that's
like
me
this.
being toxic. Like if you do something wrong, I'll ignore you. Like I won't say anything to you.
So you see,
I ignore it, then I come back and I say exactly what happened.
I will come back later, but
no, but the maturity
not in that moment.
I think when you have those difficult conversations, I feel like your relationship becomes stronger. Like, hey, babe,
for sure.
Like, I actually really, like, even though your ego is saying, no, don't tell him this stuff, don't tell him that you're embarrassed and stuff like that, my ego will say all those things. But, like, realistically speaking, when you have those big conversations, it makes things better.
Ego is always the first obstacle to having a productive relationship. Like, if you lay your ego down, which is something girls will never do.
Men will never do, especially Nigerian
It's men that have the ego problem.
Men.
What do you mean women?
Wait, true. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, men have the ego problem. But then I'll take you back to the toxic circle of society, right? Men are predominantly taught to hide their emotions. This is something this is statistics,
true.
right?
So true, yeah.
So I don't have any brothers, but I see it a lot.
Yo, so like if a man spends the vast majority of his life being told that he's supposed to be strong and he's not supposed to let the world know how he feels, and he's supposed to automatically know how to do that with a woman, then, okay, let's take it back to the extreme end in terms of like being abusive, right? Most men come from hostile like environments, right? Not just hostile families, like environments, like where the way you settle scores is, being physical, and then that's like you said earlier on, you're a product of your environment. They don't have the discipline to curtail that when it comes to like how they relate with a woman. Yeah. And then you see them abusing the woman.
Like even from their home, like the toxic relationship I was in, like he had like told me like this, like his mom like was being abused by like his dad.
Yeah.
So like you can see like there will be a definite reflection on his own relationship because that's what he grew up around.
Can I
like if you grow up with your mom like breaking stuff all the time, obviously you would
definitely has a psychological effect on you. 100%.
You would get that, like that will become part of your personality. Like okay, when you're angry now, your next thing is to break the plates or break this or break your phone or this.
Did he ever break stuff on you?
No.
Okay. Thank God he didn't do that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So you talked about product of environment. You talked about a man who's seen his dad physically abuse his wife. I'm gonna talk about this guy. He actually had his parents come and, how do I say, condone his bullshit. Meaning, like, he had this narcissistic attitude, like, I'm the best. I can do whatever I want. Nobody can, like, talk up to me type thing. So, you know what? Everything we're talking about is about environment, but it comes from different types of streams, or how do I say, different types of.
Like, I feel like different things can impact you, even like your friends. Like, if I don't understand guys that, like, because there was this particular scenario where, like, I was out with a friend and I don't even know how the whole thing escalated to, like, the girl and her man were literally, like, hitting my friend.
Hitting? What do you mean by hitting? Hitting on or hitting?
Hitting her.
Like beating?
Beating her.
How?
Yeah, so it's just like
I'm not happy with violence or anything, but like that's fair. What do you mean by?
And it's just like the guys around him. Yeah. Like what? Like I feel like they should have been outraged
in the beginning, because you just started at the action
point. Okay.
What led up?
Okay, so what happened is I think she actually came out and she said it on a podcast. I'm so proud of her for even being able to come out and say this. Like, so basically we were at this beach, and
beach was it?
It was Good Beach.
Okay.
And there was this place in the Good Beach that's like kind of like, it gives that outside vibe. I don't know what it's called.
Is it the pool area or is it the beach area?
It's in the Good Beach, but it's like a particular like area like set out. So it's like a club vibe at the beach.
I know.
Yeah. So we went in there, and I was with Ariana and the girl in question, and then we went to our seats, and these people, like the waitress, comes to meet us, and they're like, oh, like, you guys need to come to the VIP, like the VIP is where it's at, like you guys need to come, we'll take you to like a table where you guys can sit down. So there was no point where we were actually like, oh, we want to move, we're not happy with our seats. They came to meet us. So we went to this.
Sketched out, or you were like, wow, yeah, let's go?
Yeah, because skeptical? Like we actually knew like the DJ, so the DJ was in the VIP. So I think they just wanted all of us to be together or something like that.
Understand.
So we'll go to the VIP.
Finish the bottle.
Did you just say you're listening?
No, I say I understand.
Okay, so we go to the VIP section, and then we sit down. And then my friend is like left standing because there's no space. Apparently, like this couple, it was their table that they paid for. So imagine like us, like 4 bad bitches just pull up and like sit down, and then one is left standing. And then she's like, oh, please, can you move, like, to the guy's girl? She's like, oh, can you move? And then the girl moves a bit, but she doesn't like move completely. So like my friend sits down and kind of like maybe
brings her yash, and I just
the girl is now like, are you mad?
Stupid?
Like, stand up. She's like, get up. Are you mad?
That's
like
me.
So
my friend is like,
oh, what? Like, my friend also like, oh, are you mad? Then the girlfriend is like, oh, I'll slap you now. I'll slap you. And like, literally, this girl actually like tried to slap my friend and accidentally slapped Ariana.
But you know what
it was not at that point.
But you know what the problem is? That's before it escalates. You know what the problem is? I have a problem with people entering sections without, serving. Okay, who paid for the section? Okay,
it was not from our end.
Who's a boyfriend? Who's a girlfriend? Because you're gonna have a fight with them if you make them inconvenient after they spent their money.
I understand her point of view.
Do you understand?
The most exciting
but the fact that she's throwing hands because
I will throw.
Okay, so basically, like, then
No, you stopped at.
She slapped Ariana by accident. The girlfriend like accidentally like
slapped Ariana.
So who threw the first slap?
The girlfriend.
Not the
no, not my friend. Okay, the girlfriend, like, she tried to slap the girl and then accidentally slapped Ariana instead. And then, like, obviously she was pissed, so she slapped the girl back for Ariana. And then
on behalf of her friend,
the man, the guy just flared up. He was like, what?
Like,
and then he just started like
praying for the
hitting her. They were now both like just hitting.
You were beating the girl?
Damn.
No, beating my friend.
Not Ariana, right?
No.
The other girl.
Yes.
On behalf of Ariana.
Yes.
Moral lesson of the story: mind your business.
Okay, but the slap was meant for her, but it entered Ariana.
Yes.
So so it's just
Ariana
like
wasn't trying to retaliate.
this was like a clear case of a very violent, abusive couple, because there's no way anybody wants to tell me that they don't fight each other, like the couple.
Okay, because they fought together.
They were, for them to join hands and try to beat up somebody.
No, after you had enough shayo in your system, and
then
you're
his
enraged at
friends,
the fact that you
his
spent
friends
so
were
much
right
money
there,
on
and
a
I'm like, how can
section.
you be friends with somebody that is beating a girl at?
Can you come the fact Shawa is out here like supporting the motion that
No,
yeah.
because
I'm
you
just
know how many
confused.
times I've had that
No, Shawa is like
type of.
you should have been.
Yeah. You know how much time I've actually felt that rage after, like, listen, after getting a section, yeah,
You should have moved
and
to that
having
girl, yeah.
some baddies think they can ask me to move, and I'll look at her like, "Did you pay for the section?
Okay, so
Did your man pay for the section?"
Okay, that girl deserved that whooping.
Honestly, you know how much times I
just needed to say it.
The more
did that girl deserve the whooping or
I'm not
not?
gonna say yes or no, but you know
Shower. Did that girl deserve
I'm not
the
saying
whooping?
I'm not saying I don't understand her point of view. But why are you getting violence? Like
Shower is like no. Shower's like
no.
That
This
guy
shower is mad already.
Shower is like
so,
whoop her ass. Shower would probably be like yeah, whoop that girl's ass.
No,
but the amount of times I've actually envisioned the violence in my head against somebody who has tried to bring her bad bitch energy to my table.
Well, like, how would you feel like your
I
man
don't-
is hitting someone on your behalf?
I would say yes, baby. Yes, baby.
Okay, I'm done with this topic. Let's move on.
Move on, man. Shower is like I support violence. I don't.
You know what? My man wouldn't be hitting somebody.
I do not support
my
violence. Mali is no. I don't do that. I'm trying to be president one day. So
Damn.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
sure.
honestly, really and truly speaking, I wouldn't expect my man to do it. I would expect his security to do it. Because you
No,
can't be
please,
hitting
no
somebody
violence.
That just
in
makes
the
it
club.
better. Like yeah, don't do it, baby. Let Adamu who has the training. Let
Ali
him do it.
Don't say
Ali
any
do
names
it.
on here. Don't say any names on here.
I said Adamu because why? Okay.
Those are like normal. Like
Nah.
my name is Ade.
My name's Ade too.
Yeah, so it's like these are common names.
Yeah, and Adamu is like a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So sorry,
Okay.
Adamu.
So why do you guys feel like girls actually like stay in these like toxic relationships? I mean, I've seen some quotes of one blow, one trip. Oh, she's staying because of the money. She's staying because of this. She's staying because, like, why?
I actually have an opinion. Can I go?
Go.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's because in some weird, twisted way, women like to be oppressed. Don't get it the wrong way, right? No, I'm not saying like oppression is a bad thing in every way, but then just like the parable or like the analogy that when black people were like set free, they still wanted to be slaves. It's like the same ideology. Like women, they want to be told what to do. They want to be in that familiar,
Yeah, like how people
toxic
say they like
energy.
bad boys.
Exactly. Because like women be knowing exactly what is not right for them. This nigga is going to slap you. This nigga is going to talk rude to you. You see him already talking rude to his guys, or you see him already talking rude to every other person, and you already feel the energy. But then, ooh, it's sexy. You know, dangerous. Like that's the shit. Like bro, that's facts.
Dangerous.
And then they be running for that danger. Or ooh, like let's be very realistic, man. You know exactly what it is that is bad for you, but then that idea of danger like excites us, right? Like youthful exuberance, like we say. Oh, but like it excites the vast majority of females that are in that find themselves.
People, even men.
But I feel like some
Exactly,
people
male
also
too.
it's just like they're so in love and so like consumed.
How did they get in love? There's no
How
such
did
thing
they-
as falling into love.
What do
Like,
you mean?
But there's no let's
be
psychologically speaking, there's no such thing. Like when your first interaction with somebody, right, is the first what do you call it? The first attraction is physical, right? This person is your physical spec, and then you allow that. Most people allow that blind them, right? Because that's all they're looking for. That's what you call the myopic people. Like you're shallow minded, so the physical aesthetics is good enough for you. I'm in. Most other people, like the intellectuals, like Moymo, I say, like Moymo likes to get into like critical conversations, like and like you know, like share, like I want to know who you are, and I want to know what you're about, you know, I want to know your, you know, what moves
Your
are you making
upbringing,
exactly?
like-
What's going in?
Yeah.
What's
I was gonna say 80, but no, 60% of women are even trying to get into that part of things. They're just trying to know, especially in Lagos, he's good looking. Does he have money? Fuck, he's good looking. Does he have money?
Nobody cares. No, like,
Exactly.
really,
Fuck, he's good
nobody cares
looking.
if you're
Does he
good
have
looking.
money?
Do you have money?
There's some girls, good looking is enough for them.
But that's
majority
if you're
is
all
money.
you need.
When you now put it to the demographic of Lagos is money, then you're now supposed to ask yourself the question: how are they making the money? They don't give a fuck.
I give a fuck. If it's ritual, I'm out.
If it's Yahoo, I'm out.
If it's Yahoo, I'm out.
But
If
okay,
it's
let me ask you guys a
I'm
question.
out.
How do you expect, ideally speaking, right, in an economy like in a capitalist economy, right? How do you expect a 25, 24?
I don't date 25, 24.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, God. Sorry.
Cool. Let me ask you the question then. How do you expect a 23, 24, 25, 26-year-old to afford a GLE, right? Like, I have a mansion in what?
Peanut
VI,
Beach.
or in Peanut Beach. You also like, if that nigga is like, okay, let's say 24, 25-year-old, you graduated from school, you're on your grind, you're making your money, like, say you're a creative director or maybe you're a business manager, you're grind making your money. Girls are trying to, like, be your friend because they see that you have a future, but ain't nobody trying to date you because they feel, especially in Lagos, I'm just saying, they feel no...
Give him small time. 5 more years.
Yeah. It's 30, yes.
Yeah.
And then that nigga, right? So this is now the toxic circle I'm talking about. That nigga that has that much potential, right? That nobody's trying to date, right? When he gets his grace period, I call it the grace period. That's when like your peak, you're 30 now, so things have clicked for you because it's life. Like hard work would definitely pay off. It's just a matter of time. You've seen it happening with all the greats.
Facts.
Now that nigga has had his antecedents of time being shut down by girls that he's been trying to love because they've been telling him he's not good enough. So now he has this weird psychology where he has to, treat women like shit because women ain't shit anymore because all they care about is money. So when he has money, he just feels all I need to do is throw money at them.
But you know what? There's the smart ones. Those are the stupid ones. The smart ones that make sure they overachieve. They make sure the date is perfect. They make sure the girl's picked up, but they don't give her any emotional connection.
Do you understand?
Oh,
because
break that down. Break that down.
Rich guys that I feel like I can't even talk to you. Like it feels like when I'm talking to you, it's empty.
Right.
Like, do you get that vibe?
Because he doesn't want there to be a vibe. Listen.
There will not be any like proper conversation or like deep conversations that I appreciate. Some people is just like they feel like they have the money, so like that they are literally just as shallow as that. They can do everything. Is it to buy you the bag? Okay, I'll buy you the bag. But like when it comes to what do you want to do with your life, or how can I I don't know, just.
So why do you think they got that way? Why do you think they're all about
because
just
the
like...
reason why you just explained.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm telling you that the rookie is the one that treats you like shit. The master that already knows how to pull all the strings of a woman, the one that has been broken multiple times by a woman, is gonna know how to get a woman. Also get her all the way, but have her confused as to why he's not bonding with her emotionally.
But doesn't that fuck the woman up?
It does, and that's the point.
And then doesn't that woman
That's why
end up being
men are wicked?
Then doesn't that woman end up fucking another good nigga up? Because and that is that not the toxic circle we're talking about?
Hurt people.
Hurt people, nigga. That's just it. Like women will go out, men are this, men are scum.
I've never said that in my life.
I'm just talking about the vast majority of women, but like,
but
that's what you hear.
Some men are scum.
That's what you hear on social media. No, that the normal analogy is men are scum. But then the reason why men are scum is because once upon a time, a woman made them scum. So time made that recycle.
But what's that song? Precious. Waiting do painter. Oh, Precious, love no be scam. Do you know that TikTok song?
Nah, I don't.
God, oh my God, I'm really the one that's gonna have to like switch it up. So basically, it's a song talking about like Precious, like love isn't scam. Like, what's wrong with the painter? Why can't you go for the painter? Why are you going for the Yahoo boy? You haven't heard that song? It's actually a jam.
But like, just piggybacking of what your song is saying, right? Like, do you know that? Think of a Jay-Z and a Beyonce, or think about any fucking rich couple, because girls want
results.
Girls don't just want a rich guy.
They want results.
Girls want a rich guy that will be
everything.
loyal. Yeah, now they want a bad boy with tattoos that is
good
rich and goes to church.
Yeah,
and and that would be very bad, but just for them. But very, very rich. But then, like...
Just for them, though.
Just for them, of course.
Not for Precious.
Not
for Shizon.
But then the truth of the matter is that it's actually very possible. I have friends that have been in relationships for decades. No, on God, like, but they've been in relationships since university, right? And then right now they're married. So I know that it's possible.
How long was that, please? I have a 1 year rule. How long was that?
1 year rule.
What do you mean by 1 year rule?
It means I'll only date your ass for 1 year.
Nah, man.
Wow. There's no engagement.
I think it takes more than 1 year to build.
I've dated for 2 years.
But let me ask you something, right?
Yeah.
For me.
Wait, how long was that? Answer me that.
What the
average of those marriages and those engagements?
I mean, they've been dating since.
Since.
Like, they've been dating since college now, so you're thinking like at least 8 years.
That's what I wanted.
Bro,
that's what I wanted.
Is the best.
That was my dream.
Me, that was my dream.
But like, I've given up.
Nah, man, I used to have a sweetheart back then in university, right?
I think you were rekindled that love.
But my sweetheart back then, I thought I was going to get married to her until like life, bro.
Until she went for a big boy, right?
No, she didn't. She didn't go for a big boy. She taught me something about life. She told me that, look, love is beautiful, yeah, but then love without money.
For a big boy.
Love without money doesn't work.
But she went for a big boy.
Yeah, then she went for a big boy. They all do good. Look, that's what I'm saying. They all go for big boys.
But like, no, like me in my own scenario where like I was thinking that, oh, this guy, I'm going to marry him forever, together forever. Like the problem was not like even like money, because I was never even the kind of person that like
was materialistic.
I
like how you said you was never.
Yeah, because like I have changed.
I've
changed because I've realized like
because
I have changed. I had to change. Because I got my heart broken. Like I met somebody. Like I thought, let's build. Let's be whoever we want to be, and we can do it. And he didn't appreciate it.
Okay, I hear you.
That's where the notion.
And then
that's why I will now come and I will break somebody's heart.
No, fact, there are dumb guys like that out there because like I said, human beings function of the environment. You don't know what that person is being through and all of that. But let me ask you both one question. If you found a nigga right now that was happy to build with you, not just like, not on some...
Fuck him if he doesn't have any money.
No, listen, not on some 70-30 stuff, like on some put you first, right? Build you. Like, you're talking about having a nigga that has like money and stuff.
Cool.
How about if you found a nigga that was trying to make you have your own money? Like, trying to build you to
I'll employ him.
Those are the best kind of...
What you say?
Men.
I would employ him.
You wouldn't play him?
Employ him.
You would employ him?
To do what?
If he wants me to have my money, that means that he's gonna be something that I can align with my business, right?
Yeah. So so you couldn't be in love with someone like that.
I could maybe low key, but I would employ him first.
But what if y'all already been having that kind of productive relationship where you was already making the money, and then you saw that he was already growing, whatever career path he chose. You're like
I would employ him first, and we'll see.
Damn, girl, like Shawty has a different kind of mindset, man. I can't lie. Like, what were you?
What's the question?
Like, the question is, what are you going to do if you found someone that was trying to put you first, build you, trying to get you to the point where you had your own money, like you was your own type of Kylie Jenner, like he was ready. Like, would you be happy to be with a nigga that was happy to be in the background, like be the fucking, I don't know. I was going to say somebody to Rihanna, but then A$AP Rocky is already big, right? So if you had like somebody that was trying to be your Jada to Wizkid, do you get what I'm saying? Like someone that was trying to be your back end, just push you, be for you. Are you going to appreciate that?
Yeah, of course. Like, I'm even the kind of person, like, if I'm with you, I'll also push you. Like, there is never going to be one-sided.
Like, why don't people just be having this mindset these days, man? Because
I don't know. Like, obviously, there's like me and Cheryl have completely two different
100%. Cheryl's out there Cheryl's like, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, and if you're not Ken with billions of dollars, don't come my way. But then I still can appreciate that. Like, I understand. I mean,
I feel like also like upbringing.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, she was treated like
upbringing is very different from
egg.
my own. Like, I wasn't treated like an egg. I had to grow up fast. I had to learn how to make money. Like, I was working 100%. From like before I was even 16, I've already like started hustling. How am I going to get money?
That's
so like up. I come from like I'm a hustler, so I don't look down on people that are still hustling.
Bro, that's what's up, man. Like, cause it's only a matter of time.
Because you're still a person. And you can still make it.
And
when you make it, I can want to be there.
You just be having like fire emoji on Moymo right now, because she's like spitting bars, bro. Because at the end of the day, when you talk about longevity, right? don't think that some nigga is going to make some billions and come and throw it on you for the long run when you were not there when he was hustling the shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
at the end of the
His
day,
dream
you're just
girl-
another
Okay,
pretty face
listen, but
to
the thing
him.
is, can I put this down now, though? Like, a lot of men, right? Like, this is based on, like, men I grew up with, right? A lot of men hustle just so they can afford their dream girl. Can we agree to that? Men hustle for their... Can we agree to that?
I won't say they're
like
solely
misplaced
hustling for
misplaced
their
priorities.
dream
You said
girl.
what?
I don't think they're solely
No,
hustling
but
for the dream
they're
girl,
hustling
but
for their
maybe
dream
one
life,
of the
which
reasons.
entails a dream girl,
Can
right?
Okay.
But to be very honest with you,
Fair enough.
any girl you meet,
Mhm.
right, at the top there, like say you make
That's the dream girl.
Nah, nigga, you're multi-millionaire. Any girl you meet right there is a trophy girl, not a dream girl. Look,
Trophy girl, dream girl, same thing.
nah, nigga, any girl that you,
'Cause they were
any girl
dreaming about
you
that
meet,
trophy,
there was
right?
this shit I saw on the internet that made sense. I was about to just slap it now like my own, but I know that somebody would drag it and say this nigga is out there quoting the internet, so I'm already saying it now. I saw it on the internet. A woman that, like, say, struggle attracts the woman you need, and
Men don't think like that,
success
though.
attracts the woman
that,
you want.
that quote
something
was
like that.
written by a woman. Men don't think like that.
I actually understand what you're
I've
trying
seen
to
that
say.
quote.
Yeah,
but men don't
but
think
it's
like
facts
that.
though.
It's
It's
facts.
facts. But a woman wrote that quote. I can bet right there. Men don't think like that.
But the
I
thing-
don't think so.
the women that are out there being trophy women, trophy all of that, I feel like low-key deep down they're empty because they know that the only value they have is the aesthetic, right?
No.
If you know
Okay, let's
that,
be realistic. That trophy girl that is, getting all this money, she has her school. She's super fit. She's feminine. She's able to support him mentally. Like,
support him how?
Support him mentally.
At that point, he can get a therapist.
Of course, but would he want a therapist or would he want to just come home to peace?
Nigga, he could find the peace in someone that was with him when he was making the peace
How many
comes
girls-
after the hustle.
But like,
right?
realistically
Like-
But the
speaking,
thing is, men
how
mistreat
many
those
girls-
women.
You said what?
Like, they mistreat those women.
Exactly.
Those
Bruh,
women that are there from day one.
Those are the understanding.
Those are the
girls.
ones.
I don't
Exactly.
know.
They
Those
will
are
not
the
become
understanding
an
girls.
understanding girlfriend.
I don't know about no
And
man.
then he will cheat on her with the trophy
Exactly.
girl.
Exactly, and they
That's
treat them
exactly what
terribly. Like
happens.
the trophy girl gets the Birkin.
So
The
it's like,
understanding
is
girlfriend
anybody
gets
even
coach.
winning in relationships in Lagos? Nobody's winning. Everybody is a loser.
Are you understanding?
Don't do relationship in Lagos. That's one I learned. I learned that one already.
Only a fool they find love for Lagos.
Don't do relationships in Lagos. But I'm telling you that there are guys out there that are happy to build with women for the long run.
There's some guys.
But
Lagos
then
men
what
don't
if
think
like
that?
there's some guys like they're happy to build? Yes, people change.
Mm-hmm.
You can start. You meet him.
Oh
He's
my
happy
God.
to build.
Read
he's happy
Elon
to
Musk's
do that,
biography,
and eventually
I'm
he
sure
gets
you've read
money
Elon
and he's
Musk's
not that same
Of course,
person
I've read his
again.
biography.
He has
so you
not the
can
kind
now
of money
tell me right now.
That what?
Okay, so the girl that hustled with him, right? Where is she now?
She's rich as fuck.
You know she's rich, but what happened? Why didn't they connect?
I don't know. I'm not about to
together
go
anymore?
into
That's
everyone's-
life.
Like it's life, but then
It's
she's
because they changed.
point is she's
People
rich as fuck.
change.
And what's this guy?
Even
Bezos'
though she's
wife.
rich as fuck.
Rich as fuck. Look,
Even though she's rich as fuck, the reason why they disconnected, let's be realistic. This is, Elon Musk is a lot of men's,
Mhm. Dream.
hero,
Yeah,
should I
ideal.
say.
Mhm.
Inspiration. The reason why they no longer are together is because, they drifted different ways. She wanted to keep the soul things that he was into, but he adapted. He was into new things. He was into new places. He was into like new ventures.
Obviously, she would have also been into new things.
Exactly.
But the point is, they grew themselves to the point where they
She
are.
wasn't
the
a
way
baddie
that
anymore either. Let's whisper that into the mic.
she wasn't a baddie anymore.
Like, he had a new
But
perspective of baddie.
they're more guys look for
Baddies.
things more
Baddies.
than just baddies.
But
like
like
in a
okay,
woman.
I
creative
feel
baddies,
like
Elon
guys
Musk
go
is
for
into
baddies
creative
like to
baddies.
play around. But when they want to actually go for like, who do I want to
Creative
marry?
baddies,
They're
like-
not going to go for a baddie.
Bruh,
Because,
ain't no
listen.
guy trying to get married to a baddie. Look,
Okay,
everybody
let's define
knows.
baddie.
Take this video for
There's no need for us to
instance.
define
Let's
baddie.
not
please.
Yes,
define
now
baddie.
like look at the whole
But you
saga.
get the vibe.
Exactly.
Okay, but listen.
So
okay,
you have
Ima,
to prove
listen.
you have substance.
Listen.
I'm listening.
So
Shower.
basically, Elon Musk married other women who he considered beautiful, feminine, fit, creative, and all those other things.
Mhm.
Why? Because he was into new things. Because his new dream girl changed.
Okay, so your
Right.
point exactly is
Men have a dream girl. That's why they make money. I
I don't
see
think-
it so many times.
I think
I
that's a
think
very myopic way to
they
look
have
about to
like
look at
I
life,
feel
to be
like
honest.
that's like
I've
saying
heard-
like a
I've-
woman is working for money because she wants to get a dream
this
guy.
is
Like,
because I
bro,
heard
or she wants to
that-
like
that
get to the
was
top
the reason-
guy.
You know what?
invalidates
You know
like
what?
obviously if you are in it
I'm
like
not working for a
You know
dream
what?
babe at all.
obviously the
know
kind of
what?
people you attract, the
I
higher
think
you
it's
go in
because-
life,
Nah, that's not
you
what I'm working
attract
The reason why I say this,
better people.
Yeah,
but the reason
Or
why
people
I
of
say
more
this
value.
though is because I grew up with guys like I went to high school with, write songs about saying, "I'm gonna make more money so I can get a better bitch."
Obviously, like
Oh yeah,
that's
I think that's another thing we should highlight. Yeah, where did you grow up? Just for context.
Oh, I grew up in Toronto,
Do you see?
Vancouver, Toronto.
Do you see that? Like we're not even on the same page. We're in two different libraries, right? Toronto,
And
bro.
I think Elon Musk, did he live in Canada? I don't know. Did he?
I don't know.
I think his
he grew up
girlfriend.
in
I
the-
think his girlfriend, like his wife, his first wife, grew up in Vancouver. I think something like that. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I think I read something.
Okay,
like
so
that.
basis, right? Toxic relationship, right? So if a relationship is productive, it has the propensity to get to the point of being so productive that a guy could be a multi-billionaire, right?
Mhm.
But in a toxic case,
But she didn't grow up with him.
what?
She didn't grow up with him. Like, like he had the baddest around him, and she didn't match the baddest. So she didn't match her environment as to why.
She was just convinced that like you just be a baddie and life is just going to be
It's
good.
been good to me.
But
I feel like at the end of the
do
day,
what works
everybody
for you,
has
man.
like their own path to choose.
Mhm.
You can choose your path is to be an understanding girl and be
I'm not
collecting
an
points and be
understanding
collecting
girlfriend.
blow. That is your path.
You're not understanding.
Or you can
I
choose-
am to the right people. I'm understanding to the people that I don't really have to understand too much.
Bombastic
Doesn't make sense.
side eye.
She always out here saying, man, like, I'm not ready to build with no niggas. If you don't have bills, if you don't
I
have
didn't say
that bank.
that.
That's what
I
you're
didn't say
saying,
That
Shewa.
is
Don't
pretty
beat
much
around
what
the
you're saying.
bush.
Stop putting words
Don't
in
put-
But
my
then again,
mouth.
look,
I
I'm
didn't
not
say
me.
that.
I'm also not about.
It's
I'm also
fine,
not saying.
actually.
No, to be honest, I'm also not saying that you should carry a woman as a guy and come and
Like, why are you going for a body if you can't?
suffer, make her suffer
I
exactly.
know, right?
If you see Shari out there like
Remember,
changing her
my
wigs
biggest
all the
fear is
time,
for a man
Like,
to
are
unvalue
you
me.
don't have money. What are you looking for?
no, I don't understand why you're pointing at me, nigga. Like, I'm not out there saying.
I'm picking your
No,
words
you know
now.
that Wait, Mom, you know that post I posted? My biggest fear is for a man to come and unvalue me.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's more to life than being a baddie, sha.
Of
I mean,
course.
no, but like when I say body, I mean like excelling through everything, like excelling your business life, excelling with your relationships, your friendships, your man relationship, like your significant other, your
Mhm.
family, just making sure everything is good around you.
I still feel like the
That's
best.
what I mean by body.
I feel like the best type of
I'm
guys
not talking
to
about
be
a girl
around.
with big yans, who did yans,
Yeah,
who did
no.
breasts,
No, I
who's
hear
like
you.
this in the club.
I hear you. But shower.
I'm
but
talking
shower.
about baddie, like all around. Like you're smart, you're successful, like
Mhm.
you look good.
Mhm.
You don't need to have like that BBL shape going. As long as you have confidence,
Mhm.
you have your shit going on. You're
Mhm.
a baddie. That's my baddie.
Okay, so I would like to take like this conversation to one tragedy that happened a while ago, which is the death of Osta. God rest her soul. I mean, it
That's really
was
sad.
such a very, very sad thing that happened. And, apparently, like this guy that, the perpetrator had been with her for 3 years and ended up, assassinating her. I will call it an assassination because, like, bro, there's no other way to put
Call it a
it.
backstab.
Yeah, like
Literally.
stabbing her to death, which is so, so sad and such a horrible way to die. Because I knew Osta, so like it was very shocking. But like one thing I saw online is people's reception, Nigerians' reception to the news. Like people were actually blaming her in her death, though. People were still saying that, oh, she stayed in it because, he bought her mom and her family a house.
Oh, really?
Or
Hey.
saying that, yeah, is it not because she wanted to go on trips? Like, oh, this is why do girls do this? Girls are the ones to blame for going into such relationship. I'm just like wondering, like, why do people always blame the victims of abuse? Like, this one is even like abuse to the point of like death. And people still found a way to blame the victim. Like, I feel like the fact that people even see such things online, it doesn't even encourage anybody to come out and even be like, oh, I was abused, or oh, this guy is hitting me, or anything like that. And I just want to really understand. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, why do you think Nigerians do this?
Barbie doll.
Should I?
I'm so happy to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay, well, honestly, I would say it's from lack of information. Like, let's be realistic. We don't know about the scope of Asta and her ex, whatever. We don't know what the relationship was like. We don't know if it was toxic all throughout. And even if it was toxic all throughout, I feel like Asta has been showing so many good characteristics, so many good things about her boyfriend, where she couldn't come out and publicly say, hey, like, I'm facing a toxic relationship. I'm in an abusive relationship right now. So because she wasn't able to come say this and say it out loud, Nigerians are now blaming her. Like, okay, you stayed when it was good, but like, you know, you didn't choose to like draw the line when it was bad because you wanted more good. So like, you didn't really want the balance. You just wanted the good, and you're being selfish. As to what most Nigerians are probably enraged at, because you lost your life over something.
I feel like people don't understand how extremely difficult it actually is to live a toxic, especially an abusive relationship.
You have to be super aware. Like, I had to cut my relationship off because I was aware.
I think that's where it starts from. Like,
you have to be aware of the signs,
setting boundaries, right? Like, knowing who you are.
Exactly. Know thyself.
Yeah, that's where it always starts from there. Like, who am I? Who am I before I'm getting into a relationship with this person, right?
Yeah.
If there's no validating what that nigga did, you know, it's fucked up on so many levels, you know. But then when you talk about social media, you know, social media is just an avenue for people to throw out their opinions without necessarily, you know, thinking about how it's hurting the next person and stuff. Yeah. But opinions are out there to be thrown on the social media. But then, to be honest, if you are about to be in a relationship, or you're about to be in not just a romantic relationship with your friend, relationship with your anybody, man, set standards, set boundaries, right? Like, I always tell myself, I know who the fuck I am, you know, I know the value that I bring to the table anywhere, and I would just not accept any disrespect, anything short of that, I'm out, you know. And regardless of if it's a romantic relationship, like I said, if that's already a standard, if it's a structure in your mental, then when you see the flags, it's no longer about the person. It's no longer about what the person did for you. It's like, fuck the shit, fuck whatever the person did for you. It's like about me, man. Like, I choose me.
Yeah.
Choose me over whatever you're doing for me, or whatever you've done for me, you know.
Cool. I like how you said see the flags. Sorry, you wanted to say something.
Yeah. But like, I also feel like at the same time where people will be like, the woman should have left, there's also another end where like people also like commend women for staying.
Yes, so like, I understand what you mean.
And that's when you're married now.
Like, they
say, have children.
Like,
no, I heard about when
parents can tell the daughter, send her back to her abusive husband and say, no, you can't leave your husband's house. Like, so it's just like, how does this society even function? Like,
what are the rules?
Because what are the rules? It's just like, there's just so many things. It's like every angle.
Okay, so
nobody can be right.
I think you take it back to awareness, right? Let me throw a conundrum.
I'm gonna say something after you.
Okay, so we live in a very digital age, right? Gen Zers, right? We're all very aware. We know exactly what we want. Not really, but then we act like we know exactly what we want. You know, we act. Nah, man, this is the vast majority of youths. Like, we know, we act like, you know, we are aware, like we're woke. You know, and truth of the matter is, like, our parents, right? The millennial guys, there's a kind of wisdom that they had and they understood that worked for them, that made them last thus far, right? Because you still have a lot of relationships that are working. Like, my dad and my mom are still together, happily married, right?
Amazing.
Like, yeah, and that's. I mean, I was reading the statistics one time. As of 2008, 1 out of every 4 relationships ended up in out of every 4 marriages ended up in a divorce. Right, 4 years after that, 2012, it became 1 out of every 3. As of 2016, it's 1 out of every 2, and like this, it keeps going, bro. It keeps going down. It keeps getting like worse. So my point is,
will not be like that.
Amen, right? Amen. But my point is, if you are woke, right, like, you have to be woke under the right structure. I'll always bring when I say structure, I mean there has to be a foundation to your wokeness, right? I always used to use the Bible, right? The Bible is like Jesus is my
Jesus boy.
I'm not gonna lie about that one, right? Jesus is like the Bible is always my foundation for anything right and wrong, because there has to be law and order to how you live your life, not how your parents live, not how your parents say you should live. Because like I said, like what you just rightfully mentioned now, there are parental flags. Like when your African parent tells you to go back to an abusive relationship, but then not ignoring the fact
and
that
they tell you the devil you know is better than the devil
exactly,
you don't know.
Exactly, but you can't ignore the fact that they have the wisdom, the ancient wisdom that brought them thus far. So how do you navigate what's right and what's wrong? You still need some form of you need some ancestral, proven, structural foundation.
Your man is coming on here to preach Christ.
No, but that's what the Bible. I can't lie, but that's what the Bible is. That's what the Bible is, right? Like, so if I'm out there thinking, well, I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not thinking I'm not supposed to do this because my dad and my mom said so. I mean, my dad and my mom said so becomes a parameter for me to weigh, right? But then I'm an adult now, right? So I'm making my own decisions for myself because I'm responsible for my own actions, right? And I need my own convictions, right? So what's convicting me as a human being? I feel like if you have that, then.
But you know what? You know what the Bible also teaches you?
What does it teach you?
It teaches you to forgive. So because now, every time somebody now offends you, you forgive, you forget. And the problem is that a lot of people face these problems where somebody has wronged you, you've forgiven them, you've forgotten, and it becomes a trend, but you don't really know because you don't write it down. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you writing down every single red flag somebody has ever done to you. You keep this list so you don't forget.
Wow.
You forgive, but you don't forget. So you have some type of recollection. So when it's time to go,
isn't that
go.
holding it?
It's not holding
there.
it. No.
I mean, like every time I want to call you, I will not be seeing, I remember when you did this.
No. Okay, so listen, when you call them.
Doesn't that negate the whole purpose of forgiving them?
And forgetting. You have not forgotten.
Okay,
because I've forgotten if it's out there in my notes. So
yes.
So I can remember.
I can remember.
No, like in my relationships, I can forgive. Yes, that's good. But can I forget? No, because I've written down in my phone. And you don't really want to forget because, listen, that's how toxic relationships
people don't change.
Travel. That's how relationships start to go out of control. Is you keep forgetting, and you there's a trend there that you're literally forgetting that it's causing so much damage to you mentally. So I think it's very important to at least write down the trends. So when it's time to go, you go. You don't spend too much time.
So what then happens if you write down the trends that you're
and you talk about it, obviously. You don't keep it inside of you.
But her question, just to just make sure that we have a chain, right? Her question was, what happens when you're coming from a parental background that still poses you towards that toxic relationship? Like, what do you do then?
I don't know, because my mom is always right. Somehow, I don't know. My mom's always right. So she told me
you came from a really good place, bro. I'm out here wishing I was like your brother. You know what I'm saying?
I love.
You are ready to adopt.
Upbringing,
your mom ready to adopt another nigga.
The way they just mentioned that this game go have.
But any conversation with regards anything malicious or toxic, she's like, nah, I don't know.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not about that life.
Sorry,
y'all,
you can go and do that with someone else
in Lagos.
So
but yeah, man, it's all good. It's all love.
Do you feel like girls or women get away with abuse in relationship? And this is to you, Ma, because I know that surely you've been through a lot. I mean, I don't know if you've been through domestic violence, but I mean, in the case of someone like Chris Brown and Rihanna, their relationship that was so public then, and obviously he hit her and he had to serve time for it.
And he's still facing that shit till now.
And he's still facing it till now, but nobody talks about his own side of the story. He never once ever said his own side of the story till years after, where he's like, they were actually in an abusive relationship. And the time when he hit her and she was holding his balls in the car. She was attacking him while he was driving. That's what happened. She was attacking him when he was driving and she was holding his balls and he hit her and her head smashed into the window. Yeah. So why did she go scot-free?
Alright, so
you didn't know that.
Yeah,
because nobody cares.
She was hitting him and stuff like that. I didn't hear about the car story.
It was in the car. They were driving. He was driving, and Like
I've heard they've had fights before that.
yeah.
Well,
but like she goes coffee. Nobody ever says, Rihanna, why were you hitting Chris Brown?
Why
like,
holding
do you get like why did you hold his balls? Why did you attack him when he was driving? There's no accountability for the women.
Well, that's because like this would make us transcend the conversation to equality, right? Because the question is always, there should be equality, you know, or rather, women, feminists, be like,
what's a feminist? Sorry, keep going.
A feminist fights for equal rights.
Why?
From women.
Why? Does she want to
for
work
women
more?
and men? Does she want
Why?
to?
But
Does she want to work? You know, there was a
she want
time
to work more?
like feminism was important.
She want to work while she's
No,
pregnant?
feminism was important because there was a point where women weren't even allowed to vote or even own a bank account.
Okay.
So those were the
I
times
understand that
where
type of
feminism
femininity.
was
But
actually like
2022 femininity,
needed.
what is
Exactly.
the point?
No, don't be out there saying
What's
there was
the
a point.
point?
There's
You
still
wanna
some
dig to?
parts.
There's
in
still some
Iran,
parts,
There's still some parts in the world where
yes.
like
But the ones that are in
the
the
Saudis
United
just
States
allowed
are
their
fighting
women
for
vote,
United
like, what,
States.
2 years ago?
The ones in Lagos are fighting for Lagos. So what are the ones in Lagos fighting for?
I feel like a lot of people say they are feminists, but they're actually not feminists. They don't know what feminism is actually like really about, the basis of feminism. They actually just hate men. And they are just...
They need to be separated.
They don't want equal rights. They want more rights.
So the thing about equality, right? There's equality of opportunity and there's equality of outcome. So with your question with Chris Brown is always going to face the social backlash because in the scale of equality of opportunity, men are never given the opportunity to speak out on their own parts of emotional stories, right? So that part of equality would always mitigate men from like the social social skill. Rihanna's part of the story was always going to come out because it was the emotional part. Like she's the woman, right? So when you talk about equality in terms of outcome, right? What Rihanna did, right? Like the grabbing the balls thing, just like what happened now. Shawa didn't even know about that, right? So it's just the story that would never come out, right? Because men are always going to be put at that, backseat when it comes to action. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so there was this research that happened in Scandinavia, right? They were talking about how just
that guy trait.
What?
Okay, never mind.
No, like
I apologize. I thought
the
you
research.
meant Andrew Tate. You know.
Oh yeah, I know Andrew Tate. I know Andrew Tate.
I
No,
love
no.
that guy.
Yeah.
You love him.
I love him.
Wow.
God.
This has to be the first like woman saying
Saying
that
they
she
love
loves
Tate, bro. You could get canceled for that shit, bro. It's cool.
I know.
But yeah, they were talking about how so the research is just like basically about how this whole fight, women feminists saying they want more, they want more male jobs, they want more political seats and all of that stuff. And then this research in Scandinavia was just basically proving that when given like the right to choose, women predominantly choose jobs that are people driven. Like, so that's why you find people driven meaning like jobs that predominantly care about human beings. So that's why the vast majority of nurses or the vast majority of healthcare people.
But don't you
women.
think that's like a result of the environment they grew up? Because when they are growing up, they are being told these are your opportunities.
No,
this is what you can
so
do.
this is why
Nobody says
this is
you
exactly
can be
why
the
this research was
president.
beautiful.
So you will never think I'm going to be the president.
This is exactly why this research was so beautiful because like they took a strata of people randomly and then they took it based on their psychological proclivities. That's like what exactly they were attracted to in terms of work and skill. Men are more like they have more proclivity towards things. That's why you have more men being engineers, right? Men have more passion for things like
for the working
like the things. So you have more electricians,
workings.
like more men having more dangerous or like hazardous jobs, like men drilling, more risk related jobs, and then women had more proclivities for people. Do you understand? So this was the psychological research that shut the vast majority of people that were claiming that they were feminists. Like, no, man, you don't want more responsibility, like you said. You can't handle more responsibility. Do you understand? Like, where you are in...
Physiologically.
This is not to say that women are not smarter than men, because there's also another research that says women are, in fact, smarter in terms of...
That's where we live longer.
We are even the majority, like, we make up most of the population in the world, so...
I don't know about all of that, but
there are more women than men in the world. Go and check.
My point is just that, like, in terms of this whole equality stuff, the pedestal at which women and men are placed in life right now is fine. is okay. Like women don't need to do more. Women don't even want to do more. They just feel like it's just a fight.
Then there will
like
be unfeminism movement saying we do too much and we give birth.
imagine it's time for war and they are telling women to go for war.
But this is exactly one of the pieces that was stated in the thesis by Jordan Peterson. Exactly what you said. Back in the day, when it was time for war, niggas, there ain't no women trying to like keep up for war.
They are like, to save the women and children.
When it's time to like climb up to go and like fix snipper, you don't see no woman trying to do that. No, do you feel what I'm saying? Like, so this is women. I'm not saying women should not do more, achieve more. Look at like Awosika and all them. Like you can aspire to be so much more on an intellectual and even more productive plane and still on like be influential. But then don't come out there talking about how you're trying to be like a man and stuff. It's just not going to happen.
So, what's your advice to any girl right now that she's like, from everything that you guys have said, she's like, wait, he's like this, my man is toxic. Like, what is your advice to her? How should
remember who
she
the fuck you are,
go
girl.
about it? How does she live?
You know what my advice is?
My advice is remember who the fuck you are. You're beautiful. You're smart. Yes, you are something without that guy. Do you understand? Like, there's something about you that made him attracted to you, right? Concentrate on your own value. Become the person that no nigga is about to treat like shit, right? Become your own person. Remember, like I keep saying, remember who the fuck you are. Like, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, nigga, you've forgotten that, like, you are the shit. Like, and it's true. Like, it's just you. There's just one of you. There's just you. So it's like, why are you taking shit from another human being when you know that you can do so much better than that nigga? Like, the reason you're still there is because you don't think that you can do more, you can do better. And the fact is that you can. So just remember who the fuck you are. That's my advice.
Don't let anybody brainwash you.
Nah, facts, nigga.
Ima, that was beautiful.
They don't used to advise who is in love.
Do you guys?
I said they don't used to advise who is in love.
Exactly. They don't used to
No,
do
but
that.
then that's the truth. Like, when you're in love, I understand how it
Exactly.
feels.
Just say, okay. Just say, that's what happened.
But then again, Moymo, I
don't
feel
give
like...
any advice.
Sure, Moymo, I think that, okay, yeah, being in love definitely clouds your judgment a little, but then you can still remember who you are for you to assert yourself. Like,
no,
but your friend's not going to be able to tell you that.
Imagine, like me now. Okay, I've been in this relationship 2 years now. I don't remember who I am without this person.
Yeah, that's exactly
I don't see like now we are
one.
so into each other that I cannot even imagine what life would be like without this person.
Me out here talking,
so think about it from that perspective.
I understand. And I'm telling you how
me and like if you ask me to come somewhere if he's around, I'm like, I'll see if he's available.
And so
shit,
the question now is not what happens when you're in a beautiful relationship. Right? If it's productive and it's fine, cool. But then even when it's productive and it's fine,
it's still productive and fine when it's toxic. That's the problem.
No, true.
Still see it as productive and fine.
No, look, the truth is you have to. There are like different types of relationships. Like, this is the last thing I'm going to say, right? Like, there's a healthy codependent relationship. There's a interdependent relationship, right? And then there's like I can't remember the name of the third one, but then the idea is for you to be not codependent, right? You can be codependent.
What is codependent? Please define that.
Okay, so like I said, the first thing I said was healthy. So like, let me define just codependence. That's like, think about it as a symbiotic relationship. I need you, you need me, right? So I supply a kind of value that is lacking or like it's a void in your life or in your dimension, and then you reciprocate that value in mine. So say for you, you're an actress, right? I'm just giving an instance.
I was about to say no, I'm not.
Okay. So you're an esthetician.
I'm a beauty esthetician and also a trainer.
Go to Doll Effects
and
Aesthetics.
Also, I send people out to different parts of the world to get surgery.
All right.
And I do a lot of shit, actually.
All right, cool. So say you're an entrepreneur. You see someone like myself. I'm a business developer, right? So I could probably come up with different ways to amplify your brand, increase your marketing, probably get you more clients and all them things, right?
Which you told me you would do.
Nigga, but I'm out here being busy.
But we haven't done it.
Because I'm hustling. I'm young and I don't have billions of naira. So I have a lot of niggas. You just call me out, but I'm gonna do that for you, bro. I got you. But look, point is, that's the value that I can supply to you, right? Say, just assume that I'm some genius that has his mind always rumbling around, right? And I need someone to help me articulate my thoughts, right? And you're a soft-spoken person that has that, there's a word for it. You have that ability, just say.
Empath.
I don't know if it's empath, but then just say like you have that ability to, coordinate me, right? And that's symbiosis. So that me and you being in a relationship, an idea of a healthy codependent relationship is me, you coming to me when you need that, and I come to you when you need that. Now, an unhealthy, like, codependent relationship is where you don't want to learn how to do shit, right? You just you don't know anything about your business. It's Emmanuel, right? I'm not teaching you, I'm not growing you, right? It's just you depending on me for that. So outside me, there is no you.
And there's so many girls in this
and
bracket.
That's the problem. So that a lot of people are in this unhealthy codependent relationship bracket, right? Now there's also the interdependent relationship, which is what I personally advise most youths to be in, right? It's like you are interdependent. You're your own person, right?
Interdependent. So you're dependent, but you're so dependent with.
So interdependence, like you're your own person, you have your own shit together. You are your own. You're a Cheryl without me. I'm Emmanuel without you.
It's hard when you love though.
No, that's why it's important for you to be your own person and build your own self. It's everything you said about being a body. Like be the smart person that you want to be focusing on your own goal, be out there doing your girl talk with Moymo, be on your grind, you know what I'm saying? And then some nigga comes, right, and he's coming to be in some sort of symbiotic relationship with you as an interdependent figure, right? So your independence and my independence come together, and then we bring up something beautiful.
It's actually the best,
That's exactly the best.
Do you know why it's the best?
Why is it the best?
I don't want to be toxic. Okay, keep going.
But my point is, the codependence is healthy. Codependence for me is the best, right? Because I feel I want to need you, right? For me to, be to have that future with you. I want you to need me. That's why it's the best.
Because there's that need.
Exactly.
Is that like urge to like, want to do more.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So now with the interdependent relationship thingy, like, bro, the meaning, because you're self-made, I'm self-made. The meaning, like, you feel, well, I don't need this nigga. There's zero tolerance. There's like zero to no tolerance in those type of relationships, because they're the both of them are usually established.
They have
right?
that vex money.
And that's exactly what she be wanting, you know what I'm saying?
And you have so many other people, like,
vex money,
begging.
vex options.
Exactly.
Like,
it's like, okay, so you fucked up. Next, I'm gonna put you in my red flag book, like shower.
That's Shower's vibe.
Yeah,
It's like, oh yeah, now
yep.
I'll write what you did wrong, and
I'm gonna put you in my red. Exactly. So my advice for if you're trying to be in a relationship, like Socrates said, man, know thyself. But then, if you must be in a codependent relationship, then be in a healthy one, right? Find another significant other that fits the exact need that you want. So you have to know exactly what you need, right? And that's exactly what's going to validate the compatibility with your other significant other. So that's my advice.
Wow. Thank you.
I learned that interdependence leads to better codependence.
That probably has to be the smartest thing I've heard today. Shower 2023. That's facts. Like if you focus on yourself, you're probably gonna be a better codependent.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for airing your opinions. I mean, I personally would say my advice to anybody in a toxic relationship or abusive relationship, you know what? I feel like the first thing you need to do is, build up your support system, meet your family members, talk to someone. Like, you need to make sure that somebody knows what you're going through. Don't be afraid. Don't feel ashamed to come out and speak about what you're going through. And I promise you that whoever it is you're reaching out to will definitely help you in making sure that you leave that relationship. So the people around you, don't like put yourself in solitude. Don't put yourself in his house and refuse to leave. Like, go to your friends, be around people that love you, go to your family. And that's literally it. Thank you, Ima. Thank you, Shewa. Sorry, thank you, Mbamali. Thank you, Shewa.
Teach me how to say it.
But yeah.
Teach me how to say it.
Mbamali. Yeah, but before we just round up this episode, I have to give a really big shout out to Moymo. Like, I have to say it on set. I haven't seen anybody more driven, man. Like, she's out here talking about she's talking about doing this stuff for me, and she's out here doing it. And I haven't seen anybody with so much more heart to actually change the system, So cheers. I can't wait to see you at the top. You're already on your way there, So cheers to Girl Talk with Moymo. I'm really
Party at the top, guys.
Yes. Super excited to be having you guys for another episode. Don't worry, you guys are seeing their faces real soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in onto this episode. And if you have gotten to this point, there's really no point in not subscribing, not liking, not sharing to your friends. Please do the needful. Don't let me talk too much today. Please like, subscribe, tweet. I don't know, send it to all your friends, literally. And I will see you on another episode of Girl Talk with Moymo. A big shout out to Lahore Studios for producing this amazing show. See you guys next time.